Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today it's snowing in New York. It reminds me of my favorite photographer, Saul Leiter. So I am hoping that later on today when I go out, I'm gonna be able to capture some of the photos that I really like that he's made and try to get some of that New York snowy vibes. The camera that I'm going to be shooting with is the Leica C3 here. If I can get it to focus, probably can't get it to focus. All right, whatever. It's a point and shoot camera produced between I think 2002 to 2005. Has a zoom lens of 28 millimeters to 80, and the aperture ranges from something small to something very, very small. So everything here, super automatic. We'll use a flash when it's too dark out, things like that. So I'm just going to be using this as a point and shoot, mounting a GoPro under it like so, and then having an umbrella on the other hand, and hopefully getting some great photos. ultimately, what do I think of the Leica C3 after using it for a couple of months? I think it's got 3 big positives going for it, but 1 large negative that I think at the end of the day makes it not really worth getting this. So for the positives, the focal length is definitely very, very useful, and I think for point and shoots that are made during this time, it's certainly rare to have a 28 all the way to an 80. I would say that autofocus of this thing is also pretty accurate. This autofocus meter definitely doesn't seem to miss compared to some of my experiences with the Contax T3. And finally, this flash is actually pretty powerful, especially in bright sunny situations and you need it as a fill flash. It's pretty good. Ultimately though, I think the downside of this camera is that it is just a plastic fantastic piece of mess. As you can see, I've put this sticker here because basically the back is fully scratched up. And I think the worst part about it is that the film intake spool here, right here, and I think when it gets cold, the size of it, because of chemistry or something like that, the size of this decreases. And so this is what happened on the shoot, where it just wasn't able to catch the film. And so the camera thought, okay, well, it no longer has any film in here. I'm going to rewind. So this camera definitely can only be used in warm conditions because it is definitely not made for the cold, and it's certainly not weatherproof. As you can see, the lens is a little bit, the coating of it is a little bit messed up from taking it out in the snow. Ultimately, would not recommend picking this up unless you can find it for very cheap, but I think the seller was, like me, very frustrated with the plastic construction of this thing and ultimately didn't think that it was worth it. Am I going to be selling this? No, because I think it's a pretty cool, relatively unknown camera, but I would not go out of my way to get this and would probably opt for a more premium point and shoot or one of the Yashica alternatives, which I think are starting to command premium prices now anyways. And that's it. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe.